We are going to attempt an ice carving. We're going to make a snowman. It is currently -1 degree. It's still -1 degree out here with about 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. We've got 3 of our buckets full with LEDs ready to go. Battery operated submersible LEDs. We'll set it up and carve it tomorrow. Okay, we got Frosty all carved up. We did it in 3 sections. This was the brute trash can. We got about 40 gallons of water here, another 20 gallons of water here, and another container, and a 5-gallon bucket for this one for the head. He looks a little hazy because we just used regular tap water. If you want the ice to be all one color, you have to use distilled or RO water or something like that. But that's okay because at night when the lights are on, you can't tell. But we used a chainsaw, gas chainsaw. We used a battery sawzall, and then we used some battery drills to make all the holes for the different things. These are on a threaded rod. They just you want to pre-drill these holes. If you're going to do any drilling in ice at all, you're going to want to pre-drill anything, any screws or anything you use to mount anything. You want to pre-drill those because it will crack. This hat, thankfully it's New Year's, so we just bought a little $3 hat for him, put on there. We also used Forstner bits. Forstner bits drill great in ice. They won't crack it. They just bore right in for whatever size holes you need. And then in the back here, you remember we tried to freeze the LED lights inside the ice. That didn't work out. So what we did is we just took a hole saw and we just bored in with a hole saw, chipped it out, and then these are little $5 lights from Walmart. They're just battery LEDs, waterproof, so those illuminate this thing pretty awesome at night. Then we just found some sticks, bought a carrot, and then the old corn cob pipe. We live close to the farmland, so we just grabbed a little piece of corn cob, and Frosty's got an actual corn cob pipe. If you're going to attempt something like this, keep in mind this section here took almost 3 days to freeze. It didn't even freeze all the way solid. It's still hollow in the middle. This one took 3 days. It's froze solid. This one froze overnight. In somewhere we were down in the low single digits or -1 like you saw with some wind. So the container insulates it a little bit, so it takes a little while to freeze if you're planning on doing a project like this yourself. We've got one little LED right up here sitting on top of his head. That just illuminates his head right under his hat. The other 2 in each section of ice. He weighs almost a little over 400 pounds, so we had to put him together in sections, the bottom, then set this one, then set this one. You can't move him around. He's pretty heavy. But we'll show you what he looks like this evening when it gets dark. All right, guys, you want to impress your friends, or dads, you want to impress the kids with a block of ice and a whole bunch of power tools and a couple LEDs. Check this out. There's Frosty.